Hey guys, yes, we're back again with another different game. Today we are playing Doki Doki Electric Club Plus. Now, I know what you guys are asking. Why are you playing a very depressive yet happy in a way game? I don't know why I'm playing it. Hi, welcome to this stream. Um, I don't know why I'm playing this game, but if you have anxiety or depression, this game's not for you. Okay, so just leave or log out. I don't know. Darkness. Let me try something. Let me look up the name darkness. Hey, I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air, like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better running anyway. However, I just saw an idea in front of the car, so they already catch up to me. I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Hey, you say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Darkness. Well, yeah, my name's Darkness. What what do you expect? Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street and make our way to school. As we draw near the streets, we become increasingly speculated with the other students making their daily commute. By the way, Darkness, have you decided on a club to join just yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I distinctly go along with whatever she's going on about. She really likes to worry a little too much about me, and I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me worry about you. Don't keep worrying about you. Alright, I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. You'll try a little? Yeah. Sorry, guys. Also, the reason why I'm not doing voices is because I don't really care. Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay. Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit. And she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. And it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Today wants me to check out some clubs. I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori? Yeah, there is no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest, one who proposed the club, she inherited the title of vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyways? Well, I told the club yesterday I would bring you a new member, and Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. That is true, guys. Do not make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all this out. I let a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, darkness, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the side tattoo whose name is apparently Natsuki is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She is also the one who made cupcakes according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyways, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparatively more mature and yet hi Yoko. Yes, I'm playing Doki Literature Club Plus. Welcome to the stream. What? I don't know why I'm playing it, but yeah. Yuri, who appears comparatively more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Oh well, it's nice to meet both of you.
New //Riber.
New subscriber. Thank you, Ayoko. Thank you. You know, this game, and it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's good to see you again, Darkness. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels like you too, Monica. Yeah. So Ayako, you've seen gameplay of this, right? You know what this game's about. Come sit down, Darkness. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Sayori mentioned it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walked over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs an wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Natsuki lifts the fall off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know, just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica, I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers looking for the best angle to take a bite, and Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Hi, Shinies! Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. I thought you technically did, Sayori said. Well, maybe. But not for you. No, you dummy. Alright. I gave up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismissed the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places it in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers give us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not insulted. Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow and smiles at me. So what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Tells me I should tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seems really happy here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. I'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about... Okay, I kind of skipped that one. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. If it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah, we'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. though I still don't really know if I could keep up with their level of enthusiasm about religious issues. So, Darkness, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I read these few days, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I wondered quietly to myself, half joking. Suki head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her fingers. If we are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds, the level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's not obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can Anyways, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. At the minimal level. This way, you might as well be having conversation with a rock. Really, I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. You're someone to generalize you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Sharia horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki eyes start over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's why you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? But what? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind the last Cubs meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud. And give that back. Fine. Here, your cupcakes, your poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are. Tori slides up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Oh, well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Yuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than this confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. That is so true. You know, me wanting to be an author, it takes confidence to share your creative thoughts, you know? You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have a writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Oh, I wanted to read everyone's poem. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. So I'll go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond with the club. Isn't that right, Darkness? Uncle smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic and we joined the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind. I never said I would join this club. They may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decisions. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought, darkness. You all, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make it clear to consider when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I have to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girl's eyes lit up. Yes, I'm so happy. Theo wrapped their arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really just scared me for a moment. You really just came for the cupcakes. I would be super pissed. And that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remembers tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the meeting so we can all share. Uncle looks over at me once. Darkness, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. I can really impress. Can I really impress the class star Monica?
Who's
My
your
mediocre
favorite character in this game?
I don't know yet. I have to keep playing the game to figure it out. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Darkness, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, so Yuri and I never walked home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course one. I think I like Natsuki a lot, if I'm being honest. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I just need to make the most of my sick assistance, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. I guess the starts was writing a poem tonight. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club members would like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Lollipop, marshmallow, sticky. I guess childhood. Lord. Lust. Marriage. Passion. Sure, bunny, I guess. What am I doing right now?
Sorry I'm late.
Hey, I don't know what this is, fuck, so can you explain why the fuck am I making a poem? What is going on here? I chose mostly cutesy stuff. What's kawaii? What is kawaii? I guess depression. Sparkle. This is a hard one. Let me think here.
Kawaii means cute.
Oh, okay. Fantasy, there we go. That's a good one. Strawberries. Anime. Games. Doki Doki Poetry Slam. Spend enough time during the poem minigame for the music to loop. Oh, that's an achievement. I got an achievement. Milk. Whore. Um. Okay. Yep.
Hold on there, cause the poems are to get an ending of your choosing.
Okay. I don't care what ending I get. Okay. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Haha. No, don't worry, because this is my first playthrough, so it doesn't matter to me. This might be a little strange for me, but at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Darkness. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment to you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room.
Mark and I will
Natsuki,
teach you how to get the first ending when the time comes, so just give us a call when you're unsure.
I heard that the other endings are on the PC version. I didn't hear of them being on here. Natsuki finds herself stuck between Saints, Monica, and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into his seat. Don't worry, guys.
It's in here.
Yeah, but I heard that it's only on PC. Darkness always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. Yeah, my character's name's Darkness, by the way. He helps me with busy work without me even knowing. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come you and Darkness can become good friends too? Sayori? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri. Even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori.
I'll just get Mark in here.
Sure. Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gestures from you is a pleasant surprise. Makes me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. He reaches in the bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. Even if we could, and if we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. But you can read it at your own place. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Celia and Monica are having a sharing conversation.
Take a nap, so guess it's you and me.
Celia and Monica are having a sharing conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Why? Why is Natsuki rummaging around in the closet? Ugh. I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Freaking Monica. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping a collection organized as so?
Mouth, but you got a big ass.
Calm down, okay? Personally, I like Natsuki a lot more than any other characters. But anyways, what's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. I also like Yuri. The whole liking the horror genre thing, I do like that. Manga. You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out what the other person stands. How do you know anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point.
Monica.
Yep. I don't know about Monica. That one's kind of like a on and off thing. I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is. Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. As she turns to a box of manga, slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. Closer look at the box set she's admiring. Parfait Girls. It's a series I never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way on my demographic or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door.
I would smash
Hey,
for hours if I could.
calm down, Funcello. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I can tell you one thing, Darkness. Consider this a lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm going to show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hand. I stare at the cover. Features fur girls in colorful attire, striking animated feminine poses. It's excitingly moe. Don't just stand there. Natsuki grabs my arms and pulls me out of the closet, then she takes a seat against the wall beneath the window sills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. You can't read at the same time like this. Why's that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arm and squishes an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I could say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back to and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing really happened yet, so I can't talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school, typically slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be a plot? Well, obviously. I think I would enjoy something that didn't even have a plot. I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying.
It's gonna give you a little bit of trauma if you're close to any of the characters.
I'm sure about that. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like, there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with the guy at the ice cream shop. But that just helps you get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. There's all kind of drama. Like, when they get into all their backstories and when some of the romance starts to happen, it's really what makes it so good. There are so many touching parts. So it sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I understand you. Ooh, I could save if I wanted to. Hey, wait, what's that supposed to mean? Natsuki gives me a little shove. I just meant that I haven't.
Still has a big fear of ropes to this day.
That's fair. Good save. This chapter seems like it's about bacon. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of bacon in this manga? Well, Natsuki pauses for a moment. She doesn't want to admit something. Yeah. Why does that matter? I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right? That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got this manga.
Is so cute.
I'm kind of liking Natsuki a lot more though. Like, I would ever get into anything in a manga. I feel bad for anyone that's impressionable. Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, all the hobbies to pick up from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention she's really good at it, so who am I to judge?
Hi.
We read on a few more minutes. I finished up a couple of chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not. Even though you're just watching me read. Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something that you like with someone else.
Telling Ashton about Act 2. Wanna fill him in?
Don't spoil it, so don't fill me in, please. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy.
For years.
Yeah, I know it has, but like I haven't actually sat down and played because it's a lot of reading, and you guys should know how I don't do with reading. You know what I mean? You don't? That's not. Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry. Like, I could ever get my friends to read this. You just think manga is for kids. You can't even bring it up without them being all like, "Hey, you still haven't grown out of that yet?" Makes me want to punch them in the face. I know those kind of people. Honestly, it takes
cousins for hugging the game mark. That's another reason.
Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who aren't also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated toward the other losers over this time. It's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room.
Baby.
Except Monica was a jerk about it. I can't wait to... I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, I'm here reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Wow, a lot of people were in the stream and a lot of people left. That's interesting. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So... Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flipped the page. Suddenly Natsuki starts laughing. Totally forgot that happens. Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels. Minori is my favorite character. You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it's especially bad when I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter. Tsuki's voice
I'm
sparkles
about
with
to take a
excitement.
nap.
Alright. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling when you get when connecting with
Okay,
someone
Mark,
like
I'll
that.
call you when I get home.
And being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom is a rare experience, the thought makes me smile a little myself too. Okay, everyone, are you all ready with today's poems? Oh, come on. Could your timing be any worse? Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though, you do look pretty cozy over there. Natsuki suddenly noticed how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright, guess I'll stop here for now. Close the book and head towards Natsuki. You're just giving it back? You don't want to know what happens? Yeah, but Monica just said, don't be dumb. Just take it home with you. Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course. It would take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. That one before tomorrow, we could start the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you. By tomorrow. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose if that's a necessary sacrifice except for seeing Suki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Alright then. I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't find much inspiration since I never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sayori and Monica Susie pull out their poems. Sayori is on wrinkled sheets and loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Okay. Chat, who should I show my poem to first? It does have a lot of cutesy stuff in it. But I do have depression in it as well. Who should I show my poem to first? Sayori? Okay, if you say so. Sayori first. She's my good friend after all. This is a good poem, Darkness. Are you sure that it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. I'm kind of the guy who would be writing poems and it's very... Yeah, I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. But to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously or that you wouldn't write one out. I'm really happy that you wrote just one. It just reminds me how you were really part of this club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Darkness. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? I'm trying new things like this for other people. It's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's a part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm going to make sure you have lots of fun, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay. Now that you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear Sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning. It makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away the rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. What the fuck is this poem? Why is this a poem? Why is this a poem? Why? What is wrong with Sayori?
Yeah.
Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No? Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forget to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Oh yeah, I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah, especially that last line. I made eggs and toast, even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I'll get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyways, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Ah, yes. The next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Who should I show my poem next to? I kinda would do Natsuki.
I skip breakfast and I'm fine.
Well, that's because some people get really on edge when they skip breakfast, I guess. I guess that's how it is, because it's just when you don't eat, people tend to be mad. For example, me. When I don't have anything to eat, I start getting a little cranky when I have nothing to eat. Have had nothing to eat, so. Okay, well, let's start with things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, I don't remember how I wanted to read. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's why I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours.
Cranky wonky.
Shut up. Like Monica said, well, I would be more comfortable with sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So in other words, you're saying you liked it, right? The secret research retorts gets caught in her throat. You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that you don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she likes my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? You're fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can fry, but that's about it. What? Okay, again, why the fuck am I playing this game? Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has been all suffocating, so people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yes, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps me bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I didn't really care how old everyone is. But since Suki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Now I know what you guys are saying. Why are you showing Monica last? Because oh, Cookie. I know what you guys are thinking. Why are you showing Monica last? Monica, out of everyone, I think might be my least favorite character. Lee stares at the poem. A minute passes more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that might be after reading through it. And so it's that bad? No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face into her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Alright, it's just that there's a specific writing habit that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think that the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter and they form fit the two together. And the result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, it's not something that you can be blamed for. There are many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning examples and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valued feedback. Natsuki could be a little bit biased though. Biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry, it's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself to me or to Natsuki. Thought process behind it. Yuri responds streaming as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself it's kind of defining. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghosts under the light, the tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining sheet light. I can't read fucking cursive. This is some bullshit. I'm not reading it fully. I'm sorry, I have such terrible hair. What? I wasn't thinking that at all, but it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read scripts very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it was our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Darkness. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it, after all. But remember, the poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell you a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolical compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. I have to read Monica's. Hi, Darkness. Having a good time so far? Yeah, good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Darkness. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past in. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like it, Darkness. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Ha ha ha. Oh, jeez. No. It kind of makes me think of Natsuki, something Natsuki would write. That was my goal. I was trying to make it something that Natsuki would write. Yes. She's a good writer too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so.
If girls produce milk, does that mean they can drink themselves?
Okay. Just shut up. Don't say any more stuff in the chat. Why? What is wrong with you? There are lots of poems or stories out there. There are no more than a few simple words. They can be funny, endearing, or even sad, and sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to nobody. I see. So, you're saying Natsuki is kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poem. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. I could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I love to see you try new things. The best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself.
I inhaled some of Dad's smoke.
So don't force yourself to write the way I was supposed you to write. Oh yes, or anything. Anyways, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. It doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall, I couldn't bear. It couldn't have been me. See the direction that sparkle produced. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I real blind, like the film left out in the sun, but it's too late. My retina's already scorched with the permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he on the other side was looking in. Okay, that's pretty good. So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Sounds like I'm pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting up emphasis on timing between words and lines. Poem out loud, it can be very powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been an epiphany. Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. Try so hard to make it perfect that you never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later.
Poems anytime through the game's files.
Another way to think about it is this: if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you just get a big dark puddle. And so just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Phew, I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone's judging me for my mediocre writing ability. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature co-op after all, I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting with me. My eyes in on Yuri and Atsuki. They are gently exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Atsuki eyebrows pure in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. I was looking for a suggestion. I was asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Darkness did too. So based on that, I gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing skills, and I expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Darkness liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Suzuki solidly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress a new member, Yuri. That's not what I meant. Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Darkness appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. How do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I wouldn't deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Darkness started showing up. Oh my god! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Darkness! She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then it would have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. How many explains that to her, Douglas? Wait. For the reason. Avoiding them is not only unnecessary, limiting yourself is also a waste. You understand that, right, Darkness? Well, how did I get dragged to this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing.
Your thoughts on Parker civilization?
I don't know, but whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course it's going to be... Why do I hate choice games? Why do I gotta make a choice? I hate choice games. I should have never played this because I feel like whatever I choose is gonna fuck up the story. I'm going to hate this. I'm going to hate this. Yuri, you're really talented. Well, but Natsuki has a point. I think that I racked my brain in an attempt to back myself up. I think that convincing feelings with few words could be just as impressive as well. It lets the reader imagination take over, and the Natsuki poem did a really good job at that. Yeah, it did, didn't it? Haha. Show how much you know. That's not Natsuki. I think that's enough. Huh? Me? But she was so mean to me. Natsuki voice whines. Look, what we talked about yesterday was right. Writing is really a personal thing, and sharing it can be definitely hard. It looks like we learned that today. Even small criticism could lead to something pretty heated. He bends over my shoulder. Sayori was nodding vigorously. Yeah, so you don't need to feel threatened. You are a great writer, Natsuki. Get caught in surprise. Thanks for noticing. She finally mutters that barely audible. Yuri. He looks at me dejectedly. With the face like that, I can't help but feel bad for her as well. I'm sure that Natsuki didn't mean everything she said, so you don't have to feel threatened either. Well, if you say so.
Yuri can chain me up and lock me in the basement any day.
Calm down. It's not like you need to apologize for me, Darkness. Sheesh. Natsuki takes a breath. The thing about it, Natsuki glances around the room. Did everyone stop staring at me? Unsurprisingly, Natsuki had a harder time with it than she boasted. Sayori and Marika looked alike. Anyway, the thing about your boobs, I didn't mean it, okay? That's all. Natsuki looks away, avoiding eye contact with anyone. Yeah, you're naturally beautiful, Yuri. Sayori. I'll go make some tea. I was just trying to help. I'm sure she appreciated it, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulders. Well, now that we're past that, everyone read each other's poems, right? I hope it was worthwhile for everyone. Especially you, Darkness. And to be honest, it's nice to change her pace from the lazing around we got a little too used to. So my joining the club was responsible for ruining the atmosphere. No, not at all. There's still time before we go home, so we'll relax a bit. Of course, besides chatting, we'll do literature-related things in this classroom, so maybe you can take the chance to pick up a book or do some writing. After all, that's what the club is for. I disagree, Monica. About what? That's not what the most important thing about Literature Club is. The most important thing is having fun. Ah, of course. I guess that's why you're the vice president, Sayori. In the end, Monica's right. Being in a literature club probably means I can't spend all my time doing nothing. Hi, welcome to my stream. I don't know why I'm playing this, and I've never really been interested in it until now, because I'm able to play it for free. So, just stay tuned. But in the end, I guess it's been worth it so far. Okay, everyone, it's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright, well, mostly. Darkness, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. I named my character Darkness. I like this game so far. It's just the poems part were weird. Like, I didn't understand any of it, but yet again, I'm also not like a good writer, mostly when it comes to poems. So, I do like the story though. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Maybe you'll learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better.
Yeah, well,
I think to
come on,
myself,
the one
did I
who
learn a
keeps
little
the
bit more of
chat
kinds of
fluid.
poems that everyone likes? I nod to myself with newfound determination. Darkness. Ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Hey. So Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either.
Oh, okay.
Sayori. About what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Suki, does that kind of thing often happen? No. That's really the first time I see them fight like that. Promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. Well, in your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Darkness, it's nice that I got to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. I think everyone really likes you too. That's... every day is going to be so much fun. Sigh. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught onto the kind of situation I am. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Well, just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. Sayori, I'm sorry. I said that more to myself than to her. It's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. Okay. What is with me in writing poetry? Why am I non-stop writing poetry? I know it's a literature club, but what is wrong with this game? Lollipop. This game is just... Papa. You know what?
Roses are red, violets are blue. One of these girls has daddy issues.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what the fuck? Okay, well, I'm going to save there. I'm going to end the stream there. This game is very interesting, but I will come back to it again. If you guys want to join us for the night stream of
Resident Evil 5.
Yeah, like Funkstyle say, if you guys want to join us for the night stream, which is going to be Resident Evil 5, stay tuned. And with that, like and subscribe and hit the notification bell for more videos. With that being said, see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.